guys, Kitty here. Welcome back to another video. So about a month ago, I asked you all on my Instagram to give me some of your assumptions about me and on my Instagram stories, and a few of you did send me some assumptions, so I'm gonna read them and like talk about them in this Get Ready With Me video. It has been like 47 years since I last filmed a Get Ready With Me, and I used to do these all the time. Leave a comment below if you remember my Get Ready With Me videos that I did for like prom and homecoming and things like that. Yeah. Who are the OGs watching this? Let me know below. I like to hear from you guys. But yeah, that's why this video is starting off with a clean. I'm starting off with, what am I saying? That's why I don't have any makeup on right now. And if you're wondering why my hair just looks kind of gross, it's because I haven't washed it in 3 days because I'm going to get my hair done today, this afternoon. I have a busy day today. It's Mardi Gras here in St. Louis. Everyone's celebrating and drinking, and I decided to take a day to like actually get stuff done because I needed it. It's like a self-care day for me, so I'm really pumped about it. Anyways, let's get into the Get Ready With Me. So what I like to use for my eyebrows is just the e.l.f. Eyebrow pencil, and it just comes with a spoolie on one end. This literally costs $2. So I love it. It's good stuff. As I do my eyebrows, I'm going to go ahead and address the first assumption, which is that you are a relationship type girl. This is true. I've only been with 3 guys my whole life total, and each one of them was a serious relationship. So my first boyfriend I dated for over 2 years, and that was my high school boyfriend. He was my first kiss and my first boyfriend. And then my second boyfriend was in college, and I dated him for almost 2 years as well. And then Levi and I, my current boyfriend, just celebrated 2 years together. So I'm definitely the type of girl who likes to be in relatively serious relationships, and I've never, like, even when I was single, I never really like met any guys and dated around or hooked up or anything like that, because I don't know, I think to a certain extent it's just not who I am. My eyebrow routine is actually more extensive than it used to be. I actually take a little bit of foundation or concealer and a tiny little brush, and I go above my eyebrows and shape them a tiny bit. For moisturizer, I already applied my First Day Beauty Ultra Repair Face Moisturizer earlier, and then I'm just going to prime my face with this primer. This is from Touch and Soul, and it's just a no problem primer. Wow. I also like to use the Benefit Professional Face Primer. I don't use primers very often though, because they break me out really easily, so I don't trust a lot of primers. The next assumption about me is that I'm always positive, and I'm gonna go ahead and kind of address that as I do my eyeshadow, which, I mean, first I'm gonna prime my eyes. I no longer use concealer. I do sometimes actually use concealer on my eyelids, but first I prime them and then I put the concealer on, and I just use the Rimmel London eye primer. So then I just take a little bit of my Tarte Shape Tape concealer and just like take some of the excess off the sides, and that's what I use as my eyeshadow base. Alright, so I'm just putting that concealer on my eyelids as a base, and to address the you are always positive assumption, I would say I am positive about 60% of the time. I need to work on that, because that was one of my goals actually for this year. I just over the course of the past year and a half of just being out in the real world and stuff, I have become rather negative, and I do have days at work where I'm just like negative, and I just need to not be, because it makes things worse for myself and those around me. I think I come off as a really positive person sometimes, but then actually because of my dark humor and just those aspects of me, I sometimes come off as negative in a lot of ways too. Just negative about the world around me. And yeah, I'm trying to work on that still. But yeah, I'm gonna move on now to eyeshadow. I've been loving the Anastasia Sultry palette. The only thing I don't like about this is that I literally get sparkles all over me because of the packaging. I don't like this packaging. A lot of people love it, but I think it's kind of horrible because I literally have glitter over me on my hands all the time, and it doesn't come off. So yeah, I'm just going to blend a little bit of the color Twig into my crease, and we're gonna work with that, and then we're gonna move on to the next assumption. I love the really shimmery shadows in this palette. They're gorgeous. So the next assumption about me is that I was popular in high school, and this is incorrect. I went to a huge high school though, and so as far as popularity goes, there weren't like a ton of cliques or anything. There were just people, and there were just groups of friends, and I had my group of friends, and I think people knew me. I'm sure people knew of me, but I was definitely not popular now. I've always been the type of person who's able to get along with everyone and relate to people who I don't really have anything in common with, and that's something that I pride myself in, is being a chameleon communicator and just being able to just, you know, be nice to everyone and get along with everyone. So for foundation, I love the Wet n Wild Photo Focus. I've been using this foundation for a long time now. It works really well for my everyday makeup at work since I'm on camera a lot, and it's only $5, so I'm pretty obsessed. I use the colors Nude Ivory and Buff Bisque, and I mix them together. So the next assumption about me is that I was a good student in school, and I would say that I was a pretty good student. In high school, I got okay grades, but in college I did even better, and I got straight A's for the most part, so I'm proud of myself for that. But like, it didn't really matter in the long run because I was going into a career that I don't even think they cared about your grades for. Communications, digital marketing, things like that. I mean, the job I have now, I'm positive that my current boss did not look at my 4.0 or whatever grade point average I put on my resume, because I think what matters more is the skills I have, not the grades I got. I'm gonna take some Tarte Shape Tape and just put that underneath my eyes. I love this concealer, it is the best. Now a part of my routine that has not changed for several years, I'm going to set my under eyes and my whole entire face using the L'Oreal Hydra Perfect translucent powder and this tiny little Equal Tools brush, at least for underneath my eyes. The next assumption is that I am shy, silly, and fun, and I would say all three of these are relatively correct. I'm definitely a very silly person, and I am shy to a certain extent. So I'm what we call an extroverted introvert, or introverted extrovert. I don't know which one. But I'm someone who, in certain settings, I'm not going to be the first person to go up and introduce myself to someone unless I've like had a little alcohol in me. Maybe I'll get the confidence to do that. But otherwise, I've always been kind of more on the shy side. But YouTube has really, over the course of the past 10 years of my life, allowed me to become a more open person and get better at the whole talking thing. But I also think that once I get to know someone, I talk their heads off. So yeah, I'm definitely shy, but also not. I'm definitely silly, definitely weird. And in my fun, I don't know, ask my friends. For contouring, I've been obsessed with the butter bronzer from Physicians Formula, so I'm just going to go ahead and contour my face. And I don't have very many more assumptions and answers, so I'm going to kind of cut and edit, and so that I can have like one more to answer at the end of this video, maybe two. On to blush. I love the Milani Baked Blush, and I've been using the color Rose D'Oro. It's so pretty and glowy. For highlighter, I'm using another Milani product. This is their highlighter trio in Rose Glow, I believe, and I like to use this really like light one right here, and just wait for this, guys. This is an insane highlight. I mean, I go all out with my highlight. Like, I am someone who really enjoys it, so I do this every day, and I am just glowing all day long. It's just insane. I put a tiny bit on my nose. Alright, so the last assumption is that I really value my friends and my family. By the way, I love your videos. Thank you so much. So yeah, this is definitely true. I do value my family and my friends a lot. I'm really thankful for the family I have. I don't know if you guys know this. I still live at home, and I'm so thankful for the parents I have who are really supportive of everything I do and who don't make me pay rent, even though I'm almost 24 and I live at home still. And so I really do value my family. I'm about to go visit my grandparents after this video is done. I also love my friends. I mainly hang out with guys right now because I don't have a ton of girlfriends here in St. Louis, but the girlfriends that are in my life I love, and I am obsessed with them. A lot of them have moved kind of farther away, but I still stay in touch with them, so I do definitely value my friendships with my guy friends and my girlfriends. Alright, so in a second I'm going to put my mascara on, but first I want to mention I've been using the X-Lash Cosmetics eyelash serum, and this is amazing. My lashes are longer than they ever have been. You're going to see how long they are. So for mascara, I still love the Maybelline Lash Sensational, but I've been really liking the Full Fan Effect one, which really helps me to lengthen my lashes. Mascara is done. My eyelashes look amazing in my opinion. I just think that they're just so much longer. I've always kind of liked to do my mascara kind of clumpy and spidery too, so don't mind that. So the last thing I do is just line my lips and put on a little gloss. This is something I've been doing almost every day because I like to kind of overline my lips a little bit. I just think I don't know, it's probably not the best thing to do, but you'll see. It looks okay. I'm going to top it all off with this Milani lip gloss. I've been obsessed with this, and this is in the color Prismatic Peach. I've kind of been on a lip gloss kick lately. So the last assumption that I wanted to address is that I believe I did not receive the fame that I deserved compared to other YouTubers, or I haven't received the fame that I deserved compared to other YouTubers. And this assumption is correct in some ways. It's not that I believe I haven't received the fame that I deserved, it's that I believe in some ways that I let myself down by not working harder on my channel, and in the long run that kind of hurt my channel. And if I really would have spent more time working on videos in college and not being distracted with college lifestyle, maybe my channel will be more successful now than it actually is. But all in all, I think everything happens for a reason, and I'm proud of myself for going to college and getting a degree and having the job I have now, because who knows, YouTube might not be around in 10 years from now, and I think I did everything the way I was meant to go about doing it. And I'm still making videos because I love to make videos, and that's my plan forever, is just to continue to make content because I enjoy doing it and because I love people. I love you guys. I love the people who still watch me, and so I'm thankful for you guys who have stuck through and supported me all these years. I don't believe I ever set out to be famous on YouTube, so really that assumption is incorrect in that sense, but it's also, it did remind me that I wanted to just thank you guys for the support you have given me, and sometimes I do get discouraged looking at my view count numbers and my subscribers going down every time I upload, and but really what makes it all worth it is hearing from you guys and knowing that there are still people who support me. Anyways, if you have any video requests, leave them down below. Hope you guys all enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Thank you for watching. Bye! Mwah.